And now, as we all know, life is always filled with choices. Let's hear from Katharina from 9A about navigating these decisions. Now, everybody, Katharina.
Hello, dear teachers and audience. I'm Katharina from 9A. So I want to start my speech with a simple question. Do you think that it's better to be an artist or a doctor? You may find this very ridiculous. Like, why am I asking this question? Now, let's first look at of being an artist. How is it of being an artist? Since it is a profession born from interest, people will devote themselves into it with an even greater enthusiasm and enjoyment throughout the process. And also, it requires the ability to reveal and express emotions and incorporate them into the images of their work. And that's why a lot of artists enjoy doing their job. However, being an artist is risky. The audience preference plays a very important role on the success of the work. So, a lot of artists didn't have a stable income or even a job. Now, let's look on the other hand. How is it of being a doctor? A lot of people believe that being a doctor presents a sense of hope, to bring the hope to the patients. And also, it's much more stable. If you do your best, it could be a good job for survival. But it still consists of very hard work and a long-term persistence. Now, I want you all to imagine that you are a student who are about to decide your future major between these two. Then, which one would you choose? How if I told you this is an unsolvable problem? We were facing choices every time in our life. But in every hesitation, we started to question ourselves. Is this the best choice for me? How could we make a right choice? What if the result isn't as we expected? Will we start to regret on the decision that we made? When I was in grade 8, I had my second dream career. But it is a profession that depends a lot on opportunities I will meet, and I was really frustrated at that time that, is this suitable for my future? My grade 8 teacher shared me about his experience. He was fond of animals in high school, so he turned out to study to be a vet in college. However, his passion didn't last long, so he changed to study languages after the second grade and graduate to be a news report writer. But now, he's teaching in China, right in our school. From his experience, I knew that life is a development. I want to use a passage from Reconcile with Yourself. We cannot stand at a later height and criticize our past self. It is unfair. If we have the chance to go back in time with the experience and mindset at that time, we will still make the same choice. People will grow up slowly. If you don't know what to do, just focus on the current situation. Fill every moment with happiness, fulfillment, and enjoyment. Then even though at the last stage, the one has not yet become a remarkable person, but it's still a form of growth. Later in grade 9th, my first high school production went well. A lot of unexpected events and changes occurred right before our performance. And to be honest, I even thought of quitting. I was moved by a lot of external factors and even started to question my choice to stay. But I still stayed until the end. I knew that the reason I attend this ECA is because the love for drama, the appreciation for the opportunities to perform. And I believe that these reasons could support me until the end. And it sure does. Even though for a lot of people who came to see us at that day may think that this performance is totally illogical, nonsense, and messy. But all our actors, backstage, and the teachers, we all did our best to save it. From my experience, I knew that a decision from your heart is when you can hear, I just want to do this. After the production, I wrote a long paragraph of diary of how I appreciate this experience. It is my first time to sing. My first time to meet so much people full of warmth at the backstage. And my first time to be thankful for a tragic experience. We were pursuing for too much perfect direction in our life. And we were affected by too many factors. Then we forget our original aspiration. Everyone believes that only perfectly blooming flowers are worthy to carry good stories. But we are not flowers, nor are we the carriers. We are the stories itself. Thank you for listening.